Come on, Short. Let's get it. Instrumentals. I don't know about that. Bring it back. Bring it back. Bring it back. Bring it back. Okay, maybe not. Oh, there it is. I lied. Welcome back to the second segment of the ShakeBack Sports Show right here on the Big Game Christian Sports Network. It's your boy Willie Epting Jr. Hold it down, man. Live from the city of Shreveport, Louisiana. Port City is what they call it. All right, man. Thank you guys out there for checking us out on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, Instagram TV. I see you guys out there watching. And of course, Twitter. 14,500 of y'all. Thank you for your patronage as well as your support. All right. Before we move any further, though, this second segment, it is being brought to you by us. Who is us? Nope, I'm not going to say that because she's watching. Front End Sports, founded in 2022, Front End Sports is dedicated to empowering athletes, teams, and organizations with cutting-edge social media merchandising and NIL strategies to help your brand through innovative and personalized solutions. Their team consists of experienced professionals with diverse backgrounds in sports, marketing, design, and technology, all who share a passion for unlocking and help their clients reach their full potential. Make sure you go to frontendsports.com. Again, that is frontendsports.com. Tell Pat, your boy, your homie, Willie Epting Jr. told you to holler so I can set it off on your NIL stuff. All right. Just in case you missed it in the first segment, we did discuss the great debate. And I don't know how great it was for Mr. Trump and all of his supporters and those that are on his wagon, but that's another story for another day. And just to wrap up that point about the debate, I think that it is critical that we put our emotions aside when it comes to these two candidates. Are either one of them a perfect candidate? Absolutely not. There is no such thing as a perfect candidate, but both of these candidates have I won't say skeletons in their closet. I won't say secrets or anything like that. Let's just say they're completely not without exception of having flaws. Let's just leave it there. And I'm not going to tell you who to vote for. I'm going to tell you to register to vote. I'm going to tell you to get out there and vote. Don't think that your vote doesn't count, because it does. It is a right that people have bled, sweated, cried, gotten hurt, gotten killed, thrown in jail over. So don't be disrespectful to the people that came before us by not exercising something that is our right. All right. We're going to get to Tua Tagovailoa here in just a moment. I need to do this. If I could sing, I would. But since I can't sing, I'm just going to word it out. But September 14th is the day that the world became a better place. And as we celebrate that day, and the reason why it is that important to me is because it is the birthday of my bride, my wife for 11 plus years, my better half, my partner in life and in crime. That's a joke. Ha ha. But I got to put her up on the screen because she is just that lovely. And there she is in all her splendor, ladies and gentlemen. Can you guys do me a favor and just tap the screen or go and make a comment or just give her a happy birthday post on either Facebook at Patrice Raphael Epting or on Instagram at Dancing in the Wind, DANCINDAWIND on Instagram. Give her a little happy birthday wish for me if you don't mind. My life has been made so much better because she's in it. And even though, look, this is the thing. There's no such thing as a perfect marriage. There's no such thing as a perfect relationship. There's no such thing as any of those things. However, this is my advice. Whenever you are involved or you are deep in a relationship with someone, understand that the relationship itself is more important than the two people that are making it a relationship. So I just want to wish Patrice a very, very happy birthday. I look forward to celebrating many, many more with you as we continue forth in life. And with that being said, the birthday wishes don't stop because because they keep going. And the reason why I say that is because on September 15th, there was another birthday, and it was the birth of my second main man. That, of course, is Cameron Rashawn Epting. And he is in Guam as we speak, serving the military. There he is right there in his naval uniform. I'm so proud of the man that you have become, sir. Everything that you're doing for our country, everything that you're doing for yourself. And it's like I told you before you left and shipped out to basic training back in 2019. Don't worry about any other competition. The only person that you're in competition with is yourself. You go and be the best person that you can be, and everything else will take care of itself. So happy birthday, Cameron. He is on Facebook at Cameron Epting. He's also on Instagram at R'_SHON. So happy birthday, son. Happy birthday, wife. And y'all continue to be a blessing to us and our family the way that you have been. Okay, let's get to Mr. Tua Tagovailoa. Of course, you may have seen, or if you may not have seen, that he has been diagnosed, confirmed diagnosis of his third NFL concussion. Notice what I said there. Confirmed, diagnosed. That doesn't mean, and this is, of course, in the NFL, that doesn't mean that he hasn't suffered other concussions throughout his time in Alabama or even in high school. As a matter of fact, the one concussion that he sustained against, I believe it was, it may have been against the Bills in Miami, where he obviously got up off the ground and was wobbly and all those other things, and they claimed that it was a back injury. We know that that was a concussion, for real. Tua Tagovailoa, you're only 26 years old, sir. Your last contract, you're guaranteed $93 million. I know you are a smart young man. I know that you are a faithful young man. I know that you are a believer in Jesus Christ. I know that you are a family man. I know that you are a husband, and I'm not sure if you're a father, but I'm sure at some point, if you're not, you will want to be one. At 26 years old, sir, I would consider consulting with my pastor or whoever else to make the most quality decision that I need for the remainder of my life. Again, Tua, you're only 26 years old. You have your whole life ahead of you. You've been in the NFL for, I think this is your 5th or 6th year. You've banked plenty of money. I understand, Tua, that your lifelong dream to play in the NFL, it's hard to walk away from that. I get that. But it would be harder for your wife to walk away from you if something happens to you. And nobody is really thinking about the short term. Everybody's thinking about long term. Again, I keep repeating this because that's important. 26 years old, sir. 26. And it's just so ironic, ladies and gentlemen, that Tua, the hit that was placed on Tua to knock him out of this game was by Damar Hamlin. Remember Damar Hamlin, the Buffalo Bills safety that died on the field against Cincinnati last year? How ironic is that? And he himself, being Damar Hamlin, has basically said, Tua, man, think long and hard about this. This is coming from an individual who we all saw die on national TV. That's how dangerous this has become for you. As a dad, I would do and say whatever it is I needed to do and say for your best interest and to attempt to protect you. I know that you're a grown man. I know that you're a multimillionaire. But if it were me, son, I would be like 98%. You need to like at least hang it up for a year or two. May not fully retire or like make it completely official that you're done. But dude, give your brain a chance. Give your body an opportunity to and I didn't mean that as a pun, but give your body an opportunity to heal itself. And it's okay if you're not able to come back after X amount of time. You have been able to do with only a small percentage of people in this world have been able to do, which is play professional sports on the highest level and be very, very productive at it as well. And of course, you've made a lot of money. And I know people like me who don't, who haven't made millions yet. It may be easy. It may sound as though we're saying it and it's easy to say. And we understand that as fans and as people that are in the media that cover the stuff, that it's not about the money. The money's great from outside looking in, but money ain't everything. And whether you're making $90 million, $900,000, or $9, money ain't everything. It's not. So that would be my ploy. That would be my plea to Tua as a father figure. And I can't wait to have the mom on the show. Real Moms of the Shield season 3 will be beginning this Thursday with Jennifer and Brandy. And just like the whole thing with Damar Hamlin and the insight that they provided from an NFL mom's perspective, I can't wait to get their opinions and their takes and their feelings and what they would do as moms in regard to the Tua Tagovailoa situation. When we talked about Damar Hamlin, they got very emotional, and I don't see it being any different with Tua. My thing is this: if you can get out and you can still live a productive life and still be a major contributor to society, and whatever your post-football aspects will be, we already know that you're going to be pretty good at it. So that would be my thought. Just make the best decision based on the facts, not on what people think or even how you feel. All right. We're going to move on as I didn't even get a chance to go through all of the predictions that I had or for the season rather. I'm going to do that now because even I know that we're a week in already, 2 weeks after the said weekend will be up. But I got to go ahead and take care of this because this is just what we do. All right. Individual awards for the NFL. We're going to start with Offensive Rookie of the Year. I've got Jaden Daniels, quarterback from the Washingtons. And again, I'm taking week 1 out of this because of course they've already had their games, but I'm still going with these picks no matter what the results were in week 1. Defensive Rookie of the Year, I got Latu from the Indianapolis Colts. Coach of the Year, although he's gotten off to a really rough start, Raheem Morris, the Atlanta Falcons. That might be one I need to rethink. Comeback Player of the Year, even though they took it on the chin in San Francisco on Monday night this past week, I've got Aaron Rodgers of the New York Jets. Defensive Player of the Year, my big homie, my main man, Las Vegas Raiders, Max Crosby. And I'm not saying that just because it's my favorite team. I'm saying that because, well, there's been some things that happened when I first came out with these answers. But I will say this. Max Crosby is still Max Crosby. Max Crosby is not going to be double teamed or triple teamed nearly as much. Christian Wilkins is there. However, there is a lot of valid concern coming out of Vegas on the health of defensive end Malcolm Kuntz about him not even being playing this year. And if that's the case, that's going to be huge. But I still think that Max Crosby, even with all of that, can still make a push for defensive player of the year. Offensive player of the year, Tyreek Hill. And we've seen what happened to Tyreek on the way to the stadium this past Sunday. Let me just say this about that whole situation. The police officers were completely out of line for doing what they did. Was it a perfectly handled situation by Tyreek Hill? No. And he actually had come out and acknowledged that. You can't have windows that dark, tinted that dark, and expect for a police officer to not have some sort of pause for call. So that's what it was. In the first game, Tyreek Hill went off 7 receptions, over 100 yards, scored a touchdown. And then my MVP, and I want to change this right now because they looked horrible against the New England Patriots. I've got Joe Burrow, and I have said this from time and time again, just like with my Josh Allen pick of a few years ago. If Joe Burrow does not win the MVP this year, I will no longer predict that he will do so. It will be somebody else that I will be choosing that probably won't win it, and then I'll have to get off their bandwagon as well. All right, let's go to the team predictions. AFC East, and this is all AFC East. New York Jets. North, Cincinnati. AFC West, Kansas City. AFC South, I had picked Houston, but then I changed it to Jacksonville. Even though Jacksonville lost at the horn to the Dolphins, I'm still going to go with Jacksonville. AFC wildcards, I have Buffalo, Baltimore, and Houston. NFC East, I have Philly, North, Detroit, West, San Francisco, South, Atlanta. Wildcards, and this is going to be really tough because Green Bay is going to be without Jordan Love for the next foreseeable future. Of course, he has a sprained MCL from the game that took place in Sao Paulo, but I still got Green Bay here as a wild card. I have the Rams as a wild card, and I have the Seattle Seahawks as a wild card. Notice I did not mention the Dallas Cowboys, even though they were dominant against the Cleveland Browns. And let's just say this about the Cleveland Browns. Deshaun Watson, he's done. He is done. He's cooked. He's washed. Everything else that you can say about not being able to be productive, he is completely done. So again, that is my wild cards from the NFC. Come on back on the other side of the break. We're going to get to the Final Four. I'm going to tell you who's going to win the Super Bowl. And then we're going to get back to some more in-season NFL stuff. Willie Epting Jr., ShakeBack Sports Show, big day, big game, Christian Sports Network. Y'all come back and holler at us.